Oh, I hope he answers. I really do.
Hello.
Bling, bling.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Really good. Thank you so much for coming on to my show. I know it's kind of late in Texas right now. It's about 11:34.
You know what? It's never too late in Texas. We're up here at my sound engineer's house, and we're editing video for the TV show.
Oh, very nice. So which is coming up soon, right? That's coming out this weekend, you said, or is that next week?
Yeah, the show airs this weekend on My Austin TV here in Austin at 4:30 p.m. on Saturdays, every Saturday all the way through the end of the year. And then it's also going to launch on our website the Monday after each episode airs. So basically next Monday at 8 a.m. it'll be on blingjohnson.com.
Very nice. Well, first of all, I would like to introduce you to Sacramento, California, and Hollywood, and Los Angeles, and New Jersey, and whoever else is listening out there outside of Austin. You are the funny, hilarious talk show host of the Bling Johnson Show. Can you tell us more about it, a little bit more?
Well, thanks for that great intro. I sure hope I live up to that big welcome you gave me. I love Sacramento. I've been out there. In fact, I was out in San Francisco not long ago, and I love California. It's a great place to be. Basically, we have a show called The Bling Johnson Show, and that's me. And it started out a couple of years ago making YouTube videos. I just started going out. I used to wear this I still wear a white suit and this crazy outfit, put on all these rings, and we used to go down to 6th Street. And here in Texas, in Austin, 6th Street is kind of like the downtown Austin, and it's where all the music venues are. I mean, you've probably heard it's the live music capital of the world, and so that's where a lot of those artists play, and it's a lot of clubs down there, kind of just a really cool nightlife here in Austin. And so I go down there making videos, and every week we'd come up with a different theme. We'd go out and sell pictures of me. Nobody knows who I am. I always say, let's get famous, because I'm hoping to, but the reality of it, it's fun going out filming videos. And I'll go out and sell pictures of myself, acting like people should know who I am. I know they shouldn't, but they don't know that. And we'd sell a bunch of pictures of myself. I'd autograph them, and we'd go stay in a nice hotel that night or whatever. So that's how it started. And after doing this for a couple of years, it just kind of evolved. And earlier this year, a TV station got in touch with us, and that kind of got the ball rolling. And then we ended up going with a different network, which is My Austin TV, and it's actually a CW affiliate here in town. And
nice.
So just kind of that's what it turned into. It's pretty cool. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, so you're actually going to be officially on TV.
That's right.
Yeah, very, very nice. That's awesome. So how many episodes have you had?
So we have a 12-episode deal with the network, and we've filmed 5 of them already, and we're filming the 6th one in about a week from now. And so we'll end up with 12, and it's kind of interesting how all this got going, because I have, right now I have a full-time job as well, and what we're doing with this show is it's a real grassroots kind of thing. The reason we're doing the TV show is because we had a lot of people following us on Facebook. If you search for Bling Johnson on Facebook, you can find me there, and Twitter is @BlingJohnson, and we've kind of had this groundswell of support. So even though I'm not a musician, we kind of have this following that we've built up, kind of like a band would have, and it just keeps growing. And so we've gotten to the point where we're going to TV, and by doing these 12 episodes, our goal is, because we're selling the advertising and everything, our goal is if it goes really well, we hit the goals we're trying to hit, and the network is happy with it, that we're going to get another 12 episodes and try to get into San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas, and with the ultimate goal being, syndicated, nationally. I mean, that's our end game.
Oh,
and we hope to get there.
Yeah, you crack me up so much, because I was watching the Kid Rock one, the Kid Rock celebration, and you have your own commercial. It was the cop car and something else. I forget which product it was, but I was just laughing at that. You sure.
I know what you're talking about.
You're sure one unique character for sure. And then also I watched that one with is the one with Lucas Cook, the Austin State of Mind. I was
Austin State of Mind.
Yes, yes. The way you were dancing, it just cracks me up. I actually posted that on my actual wall, and something that really cracked me up. I've watched that a couple of times, and I just every time I just crack up. So what are the challenges you've come across so far?
Well, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that most people that follow us and meet us don't really know about. But one of the challenges was we were supposed to be on TV about a month ago with a different network, and 2 days before we were set to air, the network had a meeting. They changed their late night programming, and we were going to be on late night with them. And it wasn't anything, bad. It's just we lost the spot because since our show had never aired, they let us know they couldn't air it. The problem with that was we were just in a magazine, Austin Lifestyle magazine. George Strait is on the cover, and they did a big feature article on us in the magazine, and it said that network, and we've done a lot of other promotional stuff. So it was really frustrating. But, it was really frustrating that happened 2 days before we were supposed to air on TV when we had all this buzz. But I just believe that if you believe in something and if you have a mentality that you're never going to give up no matter what you're doing, that you're going to figure out a way. So we have a team of about 10 people, and I say I have a team of 10 people. It makes me sound like I'm all that great, and really it's not. What it is it's 10 people.
I think you are.
Well, I appreciate it, but it's humbling because everybody that's on our staff, we have a sound engineer. His wife is one of the executive producers. We have another buddy of mine that does the voice work, and a photographer, Bethany. I mean, we just have all these people that are a part of this. Nobody makes a dime. I haven't made a dime. I'm probably into this project, tens of thousands of dollars at this point of my own money and some other people's money that have kind of believed in what we're doing. So that was a challenge. But instead of just saying, oh, well, we had a good run, we almost made it, we put out a video, and if you go to blingjohnson.com, I think it's maybe one of the top few videos, and it's basically my response to what happened. And instead of getting negative and, getting down on the channel that happened, I said, we're not worried about what happened. I believe in what we're doing, and we're going to figure out a way to get on TV this fall. And Brian Wild, he's the director of operations for our shop and for a lot of the show stuff, he just got on the phone, and it was him that put this together, and he got in touch with My Austin TV, and within a week and a half, we had a meeting. We went in, we showed him this promo that we had put together, and we signed the deal right then. And so within a week and a half of losing the deal, we had a new TV deal, and I mean, I've just never heard of something with that quick a turnaround. So it's a real testament to the people that are surrounding me, because, I have a good time, and I'm funny and whatever, but that only goes so far, and you really have to have people around you that believe in what you're doing as well.
Right. I think it's really awesome. I think you're great because you truly are an epitome of the saying "hard work pays off," and I really like that. I can only hope to achieve the same success that you've achieved so far, and you're only gonna get bigger, and that's awesome. So like you've been to Vegas and you've filmed in Vegas as well. Like a couple of years, I think it was, or was it last year?
Yep.
I don't remember. Tell me more about Vegas. Is that like a little different from Austin, for sure?
I love Vegas, and I've been there a few times filming. In fact, I was just there a month ago filming for the TV show and stuff that isn't online yet. It's going to launch on episode 5 of our show. And real quick, because I think some of the people that may have joined or don't really know, I keep talking about a TV show, what it is. It's basically a half-hour talk show where I'm the host of the show, and it's like a comedy/talk show. So I tell people it's kind of like if Conan O'Brien or Chelsea lately had nothing but musicians on there. That's kind of what it is. And Austin being the live music capital of the world, there's so many artists here that have been playing for a long time that are really talented, and maybe they haven't made it. Some of them have made it, and then they come back because they've kind of had a big run, and then they just kind of settle into Austin, and they just play locally. Some are brand new artists that have, one of the guys that's on my show, Cody Rowe, a couple of years ago was living out of his car and has a really good story because he came to Austin because he believed in what he was doing, and he's the real deal. And he living out of his car. He met another buddy of ours named Rod Williams. Rod introduced him to some other people, and one of them being Eric and another guy named Randy Miller, who's a Grammy Award-winning producer. and Randy heard him and produced his latest CD. And so now this guy goes from living in his car and 2 years later has a CD produced by a Grammy Award winner.
Wow.
I mean, it's just cool. And so what I wanted to do is, it is. I mean, it's people following their dreams, and it's not easy, and there's challenges. But if you believe in it, if getting famous was easy, everybody'd be famous. So there's a lot more to it. So anyway, that's kind of what the show is I have these artists on and I interview them, and make no mistake, we have a good time and we laugh and joke around. And but I also want to hear what their story is, and then they perform live. Somebody gets a tattoo on every episode. I'm a big tattoo fan. I have a sleeve. I'm almost done with one of them, and
wow.
I'm going to get started on the other one. So we have a Atomic Tattoo here in town, and they give somebody a tattoo every week for free, and we pick who they are and all that. So it's a lot of fun.
Nice. And all I have is a Tinkerbell on my shoulder. Come on. I need one, I guess. I need another one, maybe.
I'll tell you, you come to Austin, we'll figure that out.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. I would love to have another one. Well, you kind of gave me a segue to Lucas Cook, because he's actually been on my show. So how do you know Lucas?
Lucas is cool. I mean, if you know Lucas, and I listened to your interview today when I was kind of prepping for this, and he's exactly what you were describing him on that interview. He is just a genuine guy. And similar story. I mean, he came here from Kansas City, left his family and friends up there to pursue the music dream. We met up through a friend of ours, Robin, a couple of years ago. She goes, hey, this guy has been seeing some of your videos, and he's a musician. You guys should probably meet because he's cool and he likes your stuff, and you'll probably like what he's doing. And we just clicked. I mean, it was just one of those deals. We just clicked, and I really liked his passion, because there's a lot of good musicians here. So it's not a big deal to be a good musician, but there's also a lot of musicians who kind of, you know, they play really good and they play a lot of gigs, but they don't really have a plan or a goal to really get somewhere with it, and Lucas did, and I saw that early on. So we got to be good friends. Make a long story short, he put out that song, Austin State of Mind, that you were talking about, and it's just all about Austin and the town and Tito's, you know, Tito's and lime and all that stuff, which is a vodka here. And I said, man, can we make a video about this? And you know, I do this funny dancing thing that I really take pride in.
Oh, yes.
But I just asked him, I said, can we make a video? He goes, heck yeah, man, let's do it. So we went to 41 locations all over Austin in 2 weeks. And basically all I did is I went into a restaurant, I'd set up my camera on the tripod, I'd go in the middle of the restaurant, and I'd just start dancing for 10 seconds, and I'd leave. And nobody knew what I was doing. And so I did that everywhere. We did it in restaurants, at malls, at, you know, some local bars, some, you know, just different locations around Austin. So when you watch that video, down at the bottom of every venue, we put where we're at. So if you watch that video, you can get a 40 location snapshot of what Austin's all about. And that's been one of our most just loved videos that we always hear people saying stuff about. And Lucas is just a cool guy, and he's the house band for our TV show, Lucas Cook and the Collection. So we got him, the Tubbs brothers, and also Kabir Lika, who we call the George Clooney. Right. And so we have a good time.
Yeah, I think, it looks really, really fun, and you really, truly do make me laugh, and I was just cracking up. So do you have any plans on coming to California anytime soon?
Well, I would love to come to California. I've been to Hollywood twice. A friend of mine out there, an actress, Krista Allen, she's been on my YouTube show before, and we don't have any set plans today, but, you know, with the show, we have a video segment at the beginning of every show of me traveling around or doing something crazy, and I'd love to come back out there.
Yeah, very nice. Well, so when you travel, do you actually bring all 10 people with you, or 1 or 2, or how many people do you bring with you?
It depends. Last time I went to Hollywood, Chris Christian, who's the voice of the Bling Johnson show, so you'll hear his voice at the beginning of all these TV shows. He went with me, and he's been a really good friend, and he's, you know, there's so many backstories, but one of them is he's funded a lot of what we've done, and so he's just a really true believer, and he's also part of the show. But he went with me. But a lot of times what I do is I do a lot of traveling for a lot of other things, and I'll parlay those trips into an opportunity to film my stuff at night, and so it's just a lot of fun, especially going to places like Hollywood and Vegas and New Orleans, and been to Daytona, some of the NASCAR races, and that kind of thing.
What happened to Sacramento, man?
Well, I was in Sacramento, but that was before I started doing my show. I was in Walnut Creek and then Stockton.
Oh wow. Well, not
Yeah,
quite.
pretty exciting.
Yeah, pretty exciting there. You mentioned voiceover. What is it for?
Yeah, well, we have an intro. So you know how the Tonight Show, David Letterman, they all have somebody doing their intros. And now on David Letterman, tonight's guest is whoever.
Oh.
And so they all have voice talent. Well, he has a really good radio voice, and he's always wanted to do it. And so he's like, look, I'll help the show, but I want to be the voiceover guy. I was like, well, dude, you're working for free, so you're hired.
Yeah.
And not a big challenge there, but yeah. So he's good on that. He does a lot of it. We sell our own commercials, and we produce a lot of our own commercials for the show for these companies that sign on with us. So he does a lot of the voiceover work for the TV commercials that we're producing as well. So it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of passion behind it. There's a lot of things, but there's also a business aspect behind it, which is really interesting and fun for me. I really enjoy that piece.
Very nice. So do you sleep at all?
Well, I did. A couple weeks ago, I slept for like 4 hours, and that was
that was bad.
Yeah, with the show coming up, it's. I mean, like I said, I'm at our sound engineer's house right now, and we're editing for probably another couple hours, and I'll go home and get some sleep.
Oh, yeah, you work very hard, and you're very funny. I like that very much. So it's a half-hour show every Saturday, and what channel again? And where can we find it after?
Well, if you're in Austin, look at your cable guide for KBVO, which is My Austin TV, and it's 4:30 p.m. Saturday afternoons from October 15th, which is this Saturday, and our last episode is December 31st. And they're fixing the cable guide. It'll be listed as the Bling Johnson Show tomorrow. And then if you're not in Austin, you can go to blingjohnson.com. And the videos will be live there every Monday morning at 8 a.m., the full episode. We're also going to cut it up into clips, like just the musical performance and everything. But if you want to watch the full episode, the whole half hour, it'll be there. And then we also started something called Bling Johnson's After the Show. And I don't know if you watch American Chopper or Deadliest Catch or any of those, but what they do is after their episodes, they just kind of sit down and just talk about that episode, and then they put it on the website. So we're going to be doing the same thing, and those are going to launch Tuesday mornings, 9 o'clock. And it's basically our whole crew, all 10 of us. I have a shop called Let's Get Famous Customs here in Austin, and we sit around, have a few drinks. It's real casual, and we just sit around and talk about all the stuff that happened and all the funny stuff, kind of like what you were just doing, all the outtakes, and we kind of make fun of ourselves, basically, because not everything goes perfect, and we have a good time with it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so do you have merchandise, like the shirt that says, Let's Get Famous?
That's right. We have my shop, Let's Get Famous Customs. So we have a lot of shirts there that are on our website. Our new website is launching just ahead of the TV show, so we're going to be launching it. In fact, we're going to launch it this Saturday, and we're going to have merchandise on there as well. And we have a lot of merchandise coming. We've been having meetings on that all the time lately. So you'll be able to get your Bling Johnson, Let's Get Famous merchandise. Best thing to do, though, is find us on Facebook. Do a Facebook search for Bling Johnson. We have a fan page that says TV show, and then that you can like that page. And then I also have a personal page if you want to send me a friend request. And then we're also on Twitter at Bling Johnson, and Google Plus for that matter, Bling Johnson there as well.
Very, very nice. And you also have a bunch of clips on YouTube that people can check out.
That's right. If you go to YouTube and search Bling Johnson, or just go to youtube.com/Bling Johnson, that's our channel, and you can subscribe to that. And we have a lot of videos. We have close to, I think, 80 total videos, so you can spend a lot of time laughing at my stupidity.
No, you're very, very funny. I thank you very much for coming on my show. Good luck to you. We're definitely going to check you out. We are now friends on Facebook, so I can hit you up and say hi from time to time. You do the same. I thank you so very much, and keep in touch. And tell Lucas I said hello.
Well, I'll do it, and thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate it, and I think you're doing a great job. I like what you're doing. You're kind of doing a similar thing as far as trying to highlight what these other artists are doing and other people are doing. I think that's really cool. I like it.
Well, thank you very much. I will talk to you soon, and you have a good night. Get some sleep.
Yeah, I will tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Have a good
night. That's right. You too.